Well, hello there, you beautiful human. Welcome or welcome back. It's Stefanie here, and I'm going to take you on a soft-spoken ASMR adventure. Remember that swearing is a part of the vibe here. I refer to you as a beautiful fucking human because you are, but if you don't like that term, then this channel isn't for you. Breathe and be. Today we are going to be paying attention to the boundaries of our bodies. For me, this practice, as a woman being conditioned in a world of patriarchy where I was taught that I wasn't allowed to have boundaries or my own bodily autonomy and protect my well-being. This practice of touching my physical vessel has given me a way to be connected with this physical body that deserves well-being and protection. Whether you're a man or a woman or non-binary, it doesn't fucking matter. Connecting with our physical vessels not only helps us understand our own well-being and boundaries, but we can see that more easily in others, and it helps us check our privilege so that we can actually live in a way where we see the human in front of us as just as valuable as we are. So we're going to begin by just holding the hands out in front of us and just noticing, placing the mind in the hands. Maybe even allowing the breath to enter and exit the hands. This practice comes from Qigong, called Iron Body or patting and slapping. And there's many different ways to do this, but we are going to take a very gentle approach to this practice. First, I invite you to bring the palms of your hands to your head, one front, one back. Touch and release, working around to the sides, trading one hand to the front, one to the back, and going back again, nice and gentle. Noticing your physical touch. Breathing in and out of the nose. Lifting the crown towards the ceiling as the tailbone energetically looks for the earth. Next, we're going to bring our hands down to our low belly and we are going to pat. Breathe. Noticing the sensation of your hands gently patting your belly. Move up the belly, past the belly button, up to the chest, picking your pathway over your chest, and patting here. Choosing whatever pace and rhythm feels good. Going as slow or fast as feels right for you today. Bring one hand patting across the chest. We're going to move down the inside of this arm with a little bit of a cupping action. Remembering to breathe. And then we're going to come up the back side of the arm with an open hand. Up to the shoulder and back down again. Coming back up the inside of the arm with a cupped hand. allowing yourself to enjoy the physical sensation of this practice, moving across the chest, trading hands, and doing the same thing on this opposite side. Cupped hand down the inside of the arm. Open hand up the outside of the arm. All the way to the shoulder, back down. And the inside of the arm with a cupped hand. Coming back across the chest. We're going to travel down the sides of the rib cage. Down to the low belly. We're going to gently move towards the low back and really lighten our pressure on the lower back. If you can reach, do this with whatever flexibility you have. And next we're going to move down the legs. So this is going to be a little bit of a new twist on these adventures that you're taking with me, because I'm going to stand up and we're going to move down the legs. So moving up to a standing position, we were patting on the low back. We're going to continue down the sides of the legs. And you come to the knees. Make sure you're bracing your knees outward and you're using gentle pressure. And then we're going to come up the fronts of the legs. This is going to be a little bit awkward. Up the fronts of the legs. And when you come to the knees, you're going to pluck the bottom and then the top. Continuing up the thighs. Pat all over the belly again. Feel free to explore as you pat around your belly, the sides, the rib cage. And then we're going to come to the low back again, but this time we're going to go down the very backs of the legs. And then we're going to come up the inside of the legs with a cupped hand. So down the back side. And then up the insides of the legs with a cupped hand. And we're going to end back on the low belly. I invite you to bring your hands out in front of you and just notice. Notice the sensation in your physical vessel. I can sense a slight buzzing sensation all over. We woke up some energy and moved it around. I invite you to bring your hands down to your low belly. Breathe in and out of the nose. Gently lift your crown up towards the sky. And sink your tailbone down towards the earth, giving the spine a nice gentle opening as you breathe in and out of the nose, tip of the tongue and the roof of the mouth behind the front teeth, and dropping the breath down into the low belly. You can keep your breath quiet if you'd like, or you can add a hum on the exhale. Now, if this was a traditional Qigong practice, which it's not, this is blending some of me in here too, we would also close out our practice by pouring the cream on top, which I'm going to go ahead and lead you through just because we did throw in some very specific Qigong today. So to do that, you're going to bring your palms out the sides of your body on the inhale as you breathe up and lift them. And on the exhale, you're going to bring them palms down, scanning down through the midline of the body. We're going to do that a couple more times. Breathing in as arms lift up. And exhaling as they scan down through the body. Thank you for joining me for today's experimental adventure where we stood up a little bit. So I'm glad you hung out with me and stuck to the end. And if you did, congratulations. Like, slowing down and tuning in to your physical vessel is something that we don't value very often. We feel like we need to earn our worth and value instead of slowing down and connecting to the wholeness, the worth and the value that is here in this body that's breathing, that's alive on this rock that's floating in motherfucking space. Like, what a miracle. What a miracle to even be existing and breathing. You deserve to slow down and tune into you. I'll talk with you next time.